Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, I am SocioPsycho, and today we bring you Stoorm. This is a interesting little game by a company called Garage Monkey Studios. Now this is an abstract arcade-style block reflex tester available on PC and Mac, and that's a mouthful to say, and what that exactly is, we shall show you. For this is definitely an interesting little title. Bit unfortunate that there is no options menu and you have a chance to go to full screen. I'm playing at 1920 by 1080 and it's large enough to where it doesn't impede upon me really noticing it too much. I haven't found any negative side effects from the screen resolutions I had, and while it would be nice for it to be larger, like I said, I haven't had any negative issues. Now another factor is no music slider. This is a bit unfortunate, but you can just turn your system sound down as there is only music to work with here. And as we see here, this is the level selection. Now there's over 130 levels, and each one of these little ticks in this archive is a level of 6. Now I would have liked to see a better organizational detail of it, as well as the fact that when you complete only 3 of the 6, you have to start back at different checkpoints. It would have been nice to have more of an in-depth analysis of individual levels, but you deal with what you got. The levels are short enough where it's not really a huge issue, but sometimes you get stuck on one really annoying one, and you get tired so you stop, and then you find out it was the last one, or it was 5 out of 6. So it would be nice to see that. So let's hop in here and show you exactly what it is. So it is block-based reflex tester arcade style, like I said. Now the biggest issue I have in this game is about maybe perhaps every 1 in 30 moves that you'll get stuck on a corner and you'll end up dying because you got stuck. You think that you have the right way, but the edges are rough and sometimes they get hard or you get stuck and you can't get through on time and you end up getting killed. It's not game breaking, but it is something to note as it does happen every once in a while. Now, there's a lot of different levels and the depth and difficulty of these levels do increase. When you have 130 levels, you definitely expect the difficulty to scale upwards. Now, what is important to note is the fact that the atmosphere of the game fits perfectly with the music and also the architect of the style of game. The background mixed in with the music draws you in to a point where you are sort of caressed by the atmosphere as one big distraction. It will do whatever it can to not only just complicate matters in a puzzle solving aspect of your own ability, but try to divert your attention away from what's going on in the screen by everything that's going on in the background. Now it doesn't do this to a annoyance point of view or even a ugly or in my way aspect. It does it in a very subtle way where it can affect your viewership of what's going on in the game if you're not diligent. That mixed in with the complexity that the puzzles can get and become is definitely nice. And if you try to just run right through these different puzzles, you don't plan out, you don't think, you don't watch the different patterns, then it doesn't matter how much tenacity you have, you'll just get cut down. You need to, yes, have patience and quick reflexes to be able to get through these puzzles, but you also need to be able to realize that rushing is not going to save the day. I guess goes back into patience, but it's a weird mixture because you need to have the diligence to continue to try, to realize that yes, you're going to fail, and patience to understand how the puzzle works, and the strength to keep going. Because if you just try to blast your way through, you'll get more angry, and when that happens, you'll lose perspective, you'll die more, and this will propel a sort of negative stereotype in your mind where you're just like, well, screw it, I can't do it, I'm sick of it, when all you need to do is take a deep breath, relax, and try again. The complexity of this game and the simplicity of its mechanics is what makes the game so good. Yes, it looks very basic. It doesn't have much mechanically going on for it, but it doesn't need to, because what it does have is so well executed that it creates a challenge in the atmosphere to where if you try to be foolish, if you try to just rush right through, it's not going to work. You need to plan out. You need to pay attention to what's going on. And that goes into another aspect of the atmosphere like I was talking about before. It takes you and says, hey, you need to stop and focus and breathe and concentrate on one single point and find a pattern in that one single point. And so you take a breath and you look and you're waiting, and then the background or all the other objects and the music kind of just melt into your mind, and where you think you might have a pattern, even if you do, your rhythm gets messed up. It syncs up the values of the game quite well. And when we have 130 different missions, you have a wide berth of variety. If you think, oh well, yes, there's of course easy missions, and there's of course different things that definitely don't look too hard, when you play it yourself and you have this continuation of emotional confusion. I don't want to say sickness because that's not the right word. It's not motion sickness, but it's like emotional confusion. The best way I think I could describe it really is blindfolding yourself, spinning yourself around in a circle 20 times, and then taking a blindfold off and trying to walk. Except this doesn't give you a headache or make things wobbly. And it's weird that is the closest analogy. As the levels grow larger, the complexity of them do as well. I will admit, not many games do impress me, and this one has impressed me. It requires a great deal of either quick thinking, rationality, patience, tenacity, or just blind luck, really. Because you will die. You'll get 90% through a level and then you'll just all of a sudden die. And if you're not capable of just actually persevering, then it will just drive you crazy and you'll just hate it. But it's definitely a good game to test your character, to try to make yourself better, to just push yourself. If you're looking for a challenge, if you're looking for something that's going to test your limits in multiple areas, yes, get this game. This has been a simplistic game, but it's been one that's definitely been challenging, one that's definitely been impressive, and no doubt because of the size and scale of this game, it will be overlooked. So share it with people that you know, share this video, and spread the word out. Let people be challenged. Let people actually try and fail and grow, and together, we'll all be better for it. I have been SocioPsycho, everybody, and I will gladly recommend this to anybody who I think wants a challenge in their gameplay. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.